Well, I said before the week, it was really good to get a win over Stephen F. at home and start conference play out really well and beat a really good team that day, and just have a off week the next week. I made a statement, I've never coached a team that need an off week more than this one, and that just holds true through this week. So I was able to kind of get some guys well and, get some guys, back closer to healthy. And I think it's just refreshing to be off a week, and you got a head on Sam Houston, which we need to do that. But guys like Nicario sitting here have been, people don't realize sometimes, I think, what a football season's like. And as a player, he's been playing hurt, for most of the season, So when you have a high ankle sprain, you're trying to play on that and manage that during the week and, get healthy. It makes it very difficult, to be productive during the week. And he's a rep guy. He loves football and just goes out. It's good that he's here today. I can make an example. He don't like to miss a rep. He tries to get extra reps at everything. A lot of times, we have to slow him down in what he's doing. So, it's aggravating to have an injury like he's had. But he, like I said, he's done well playing hurt with it, and we missed him the times that, he's not on the field. So we got a lot of guys like that, back closer to healthy, this week, which is a must going into this, what I'll call the stretch run of conference play. And setting in good position, right now. And you go into an away game at Sam Houston, who has always got a great team. Coach Keeler does a great job, just getting those guys ready and recruiting. And they always have a really talented team. And, this team is no exception. They won a national championship for a reason. I think one of the things that sticks out, with them when you watch them through last spring and through this year is they have a belief in what they're doing, and they finish games, and they're never out. Like, Stephen F. really, you would say going into the fourth quarter had a beat. They were leading, 20-6 the whole game, and Sam Houston just comes up with 2 drives at the end of the game, to win the game, and really scores on a 4th and 8 and a 4th and 4. So you look back through the spring games, no matter how much they were down, they found a way to come back and win the game. And so I think they finish games, and they believe in what they do. So, going to be a very difficult game, going at the number 1 team in the country, defending national champs, and there's a good reason for that. Like I said, it's going to be a challenge for us, but we're looking forward to that. I mean, I think, we're in a good spot coming off the off week last week. They had a week as well, so I think you'll see very prepared teams, take the field on Saturday, and just I think the team plays the best going to win the game, for sure, as always. And we got to tackle well. They want to run the football. They're averaging about 220 rushing. So you got to have a chance to win the game. You got to stop them, rushing the football, and that'll be a goal. But they can also throw the ball. They're a balanced attack. I think the quarterback makes them go. They've kind of missed him when he hadn't been in the lineup. He wasn't in the lineup against Stephen F. And I think that gave Stephen F. a chance. And we look for him to be healthy and back out there running around. But he uses his legs to beat you as much as he does his arm. He's a dual threat type guy, and he really makes them go. But they got skilled players around them. Receiving core, very solid. Running backs, very solid. And then defensively, I think they're as dynamic as anybody we've played defensively. So we got a work cut out for us, but we're looking, for a great game, and we got to play really, really well. I'll just open it up for questions.
Coach Cross, could you talk about what all you guys did last week and what you felt like you accomplished?
No, I mean, one of the first things just caught our breath. I mean, I think physically you need the week, but also mentally. You think about our guys and what we've been through. You've been playing football. I've mentioned it, folks. It's kind of like football twilight zone. We've been playing football for a long time. Most teams didn't play in the fall. We played in the fall, and so it means you practice. We played 4 games, but we practice all fall, stopping and starting, and just engaged in practice. So this team's been practicing and playing football for a solid year without a break, really. It was good to catch our breath, and I think I seen a team come back on the field yesterday that, just looked refreshed. They looked rejuvenated. We look fast. I mean, so you lose that when you play back-to-back and play the type of schedule we've played. So it was just that off week hit us at a good time. But last week, we worked on ourselves. Now we worked some scout stuff on Sam Houston for sure. Got ahead on them, and really feel good about the game plan. So you're going back over the game plan for the second time this week because we worked so much on them last week, but we worked on ourselves as well. And like I said, just was able to hold some guys and get some guys, like I said, closer to healthy, and that was the main thing of the week.
Coach Cross, do you think Petway will be available Saturday?
No, Petway's had a season-ending surgery, so he is out. He will not be dressed out. So we were hoping he was maybe going to be able to play with that injury. Tried it and could not do it, so we went in and had surgery on it. So he will not be available for spring training. So that was a blow. We've lost some guys season-ending stuff that kind of affects your team for sure. So hopefully down the stretch run we'll stay healthy, not have any of those injuries, and can stay healthy as we go.
Nicario, I have something for you, and then Coach Cross, if you would answer it as well. Nicario, it must be exciting to get to play an opponent that's won a national championship. Could you talk about how big this game is for you personally?
This is a big game, of course, but I'm approaching this game as I would any other game. They're defending national champions, so of course, I'm very excited and I'm preparing a little bit harder, studying a little bit more. But every game is a big game, just like Coach said, every game is a big game. So we got to approach this game like we'll approach any other game.
Coach Cross, if you could answer that as well.
Well, definitely. We approach every week, the same. We don't do things differently, no matter who we're playing. So there's no one game, bigger than another. This is the next game, so it's the biggest game of the year, and we sell it like that. This is definitely the biggest game of the year, a pivotal game, and we have got to play well in this game. But it's always good to play Sam. We've had some battles with them through the years, and like I said, I think it's a game where you kind of not where you gauge where you're at, but this is a playoff caliber game for sure. You're playing the defending national champions, so you kind of see kind of where you're at nationally, with how you play this week. So I think it's a huge game in that aspect, but you're going to play quality football, and that's what I see at every level. When you sit and from NFL all the way down to whatever level, college-wise, is there's some good football being played out there, and that's what I think you're going to see this week. You're going to see two very good football teams, get after it, and it's all about how you play that day. And the Gamecocks have to go play very, very well to have a chance in this game.
Coach, could you talk about Alan Barajic? He's had a tough year. Just the field goal that was blocked, the one that he made, and had to retry again. Without that, his numbers will be pretty solid. Could you talk about him?
Definitely. Alan's just come on. You're still talking about a guy that hadn't been kicking the football but like 2.5 years, so before that he'd never kicked a ball. So to watch him, when he kicks the ball off is just so impressive. It's got such a strong leg, and that's been a weapon for us as much as anything. Nicario and T just playing defense, when they got to start on 25, it makes a difference, and it's almost a sure thing, when they have to start on 25 with him kicking the ball. And he is. He's kicked some good field goals. He's missed a couple in the game we lost, and he'd like to have those back, and got one blocked. It was in a crucial situation, but the one that was blocked, wasn't his fault. So it's one of those deals where that's the life of a kicker. I've watched NFL games this year when NFL kickers. I think it was one game last week where there's 4 field goals missed in the last 5 minutes of the game to win the game. So life of a kicker's tough, and it's such a minute thing, technical-wise, where you're, what you're doing when you hit that ball that makes a difference where you make it or miss it. And like I said, Allen's just improved so much in his consistency in practice, and that's kind of what I see, going through, the progress with him. He's only going to get better as we go.
Nicario, could you talk about how you feel physically and what it's been like for you to have to hold back a little bit because of the injury?
Right now I feel great. I couldn't feel any better. I could run around. I could do all the things I love to do, and I'm still getting better. As the season goes on, I'm still taking care of my body, but I feel great. But missing them weeks, missing 2 weeks, missing 2 games this year, it really hurt. I wish I could be out there with my teammates every day and practice with them, but unfortunately I've been dealing with a high ankle sprain, so I haven't been able to do that. But every day I want to be out there with my teammates. I don't want them to feel like they out there alone, you know. But as a student of the game, you have to continue to work, continue to prepare, and continue to learn as much as possible on the sideline, and continue to be a good teammate for your for the team, because it's about the team. It's not about you. So right now I feel good, and right now I'm just ready for the game. I'm just focused on the game. I'm not focused on my ankle anymore.
Coach Ross, Sam Houston's defense, they're really good and putting up big numbers, especially with sacks, and they bring a lot of pressure. How do you prepare your offense? What's been the focus of you guys offensively this week preparing for that Sam Houston defense?
To say they're really good, that's an understatement for sure. So, that's they're solid defensively, and that gives them a chance in any game that they go into for sure, because they're so good defensively, and you're limited in what you can do offensively. And I think we've got to figure out a way to establish a run game, and then we're going to have to be able to throw the football and execute in the passing game. And this game's not like any other. We've really got to take care of the football offensively, which we've done a pretty good job of that, most of the year. And we got to take care of it, not turn it over. And I think we got to keep their offense off the field. I mean, I think the more that we can pick up first downs and possess the ball, the better off it is for us, because they're explosive offensively. And, defensively, you got to stay out of that third and long, and so hopefully we'll stay in, third manageables and keep drives going and move the sticks and can win that time of possession, which I think is big for sure.
Any other questions for Coach Nicario? Just one last one. Coach Cross, what did you do this weekend?
Well, there's a real world out there. I mean, sometimes we get on this football submarine that, when I say fall camp starts, I say we put the hatch down on the sub, because you won't see me for about 6 months. So, going from 95% of my day is spent, either at the field house or at home sleeping, or you're at a hotel on a away game or at a home game, and that's just kind of your life during football season. So to get out, got to go watch my daughter play volleyball, and I got to go watch my son play football. First time I got to watch him play on a Saturday, so that was kind of refreshing, and even got to go out and eat. So that was just a change of routine, to get to spend a little family time. Was great to just and kind of watch a little football Saturday night. So it's kind of relaxing to watch somebody else play without the pressure of winning. So it was a good weekend for sure.
Nicario, did you watch any games this weekend?
I watched a little bit of football this weekend, but I didn't watch too much. But I did catch a few games early on during the day on Saturday, but I didn't catch too many Saturday night.